Raging Cajuns will get us underway with the opening kickoff. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games, the team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and keep and block out all the noise.
Looking for a man, it's Bullock. Finds a tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, this tight end can run these crossing patterns, and he can catch the ball against man coverage or zone coverage. That time, nice job seeing the ball in, helping his QB out.
Running back searching for a hole. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
By the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Here's a hit. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds the big tight end. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See that?
Going to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Bullock. He'll take another shot here. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. They bring the punter onto the field now. Looks as if they might have a little something go. And he muffs it. It's loose.
Kicking team.
So the offense picks up 15 yards after an egregious blunder on special teams. Caught in the backfield. It's Robertson. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. All right, guys, let's talk Raging Cajuns. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the 2 top teams in the conference. These might be 2 of the better teams in the entire country. These 2 teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead. This is a matchup, regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference.
Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking to pass. It's Bullock. He uncorks one deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Finds a man in the middle. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Fast completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off play action on first down. Fires to the big fella. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting to first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They'll try to run it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Trying to pound it in. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And what a tremendous surge by the defense there on 3rd down in a goal line situation, getting penetration, getting the tackle for loss. Now sets up 4th, and it's decision time here if you're on offense.
Big fella moving. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. And the Raging Cajuns backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. From his end zone, a lot of room. Downfield. Pulls it in. It's Williams. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Raging Cajuns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grant behind the line. It's Williams. On the move at the 30. He's loose. It's a seam wide open. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. So that's not exactly optimal as far as the defense starting a stand, giving up an 80 spot, now dealing with a 1st and goal. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Got it back on 2nd and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. 3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Looking to throw, it's Howard. And as he throws, touchdown Cajuns. Fit it in the window for the score.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He'll take a deep shot here. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. The punt team makes its way onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
And that's a really good job by this defense because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. The Raging Cajuns will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Bullock. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Wide open spaces. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On has to throw again. Quickly to the tight end. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He's looking deep. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Howard. Makes the grab, it's Sampson. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Jensen. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Coates. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete.
Fuck you, man.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Pass interference. Defense.
The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready.
He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Got room to work. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Howard. Under fire. He's going to take off. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The Raging Cajuns come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They kick it away on 4th down. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk.
Turning it on! He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. It's complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Going for the big play. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Louisiana has it back, in the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a grab deep. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. So we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Looking to throw, it's Howard. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown.
It's 14 and 15.
Louisiana. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They'll give it to him again. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time.
He lets it fly. Got it in stride inside the 20. No one's going to get him. Touchdown. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Got a little space. It's a running room. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Raging Cajuns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Back to pass, it's Howard. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sampson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Raging Cajuns with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield that he was going to get it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Robertson. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Raging Cajuns had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback keeps it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Raging Cajuns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Pushes toward the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. It's Howard. And he just gets it in for the touchdown.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to
still not throwing it
They want to
incomplete
hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Now this offense is back on the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Handoff to the single running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
To the air on 2nd down. Flips it out on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going up top.
Fucking catch it.
The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Gets the back moving. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air.
Fucking Christ.
That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense.
He's got it inside the 30. And he will house it.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And that is why they're called the Handstand people on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the games. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field of play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
A strike downfield. Good execution.
No, man.
And they've got it
There's
at the
no
33.
fucking way you give him a 1st
They
down
showed
there.
great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game
fucking
has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time.
Oh, a lot of space. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. And the Raging Cajuns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Beats it, fires complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The defense is backed up as the offense is in the red zone. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Runs through a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Hands it off. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Raging Cajuns are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Dropping back, it's Howard. He's got it on the run.
It's unbelievable.
Touchdown, Cajuns. A great catch and run for 6. They give themselves a little more
He's not
cushion as
throwing
they try to
incompletion.
reel off their 4th straight win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
It just doesn't make sense.
Let's
He's
go
not
to
throwing
the
a
studio
single
now and check in
interception.
with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you
Third.
got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Georgia State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 7 over James Madison. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Good.
Just had no fucking chance, man. Just no chance.
Set them up with a big play.
Not in this rivalry game.
And as a defensive
I
lineman late in the game, man, when
big
you know
time
it's
people
past,
fucking
you're
visiting.
pinning your ears back, trying to
And
get to the
that quarterback
and
hasn't fucking
DBs
thrown
are
an
trying to do
incompletion
this.
all game.
Pad them stats,
It's
get the
ridiculous.
INT. Nice job by this D.
They go to the ground. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Howard. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Oh my
With that,
goodness.
the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Yeah, salt into your wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none.
Look at this guy. Look at him.
Found as he stopped at the 23. They'll go back to work on offense. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. He wants to start this drive with a pass. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
He leaves it with the back. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Under fire. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. On the run, it's Booth. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, it's Bullock. Got his man quickly. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He wants to change this route. Motion from the back. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number.
They just fucking don't even try. They don't even fucking try.
Is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Here comes the option. Rides the back on the option to give.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy. That
Ernie on the Jets. Hits the accelerator to the right.
Fuck.
They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalry. And when you lose,